Hello, my name is Sophia Bien, and this is my Core 1010 reflection video. I wanted to start this video by addressing over the past semester the coursework of Core 1010 and how my thinking has shifted throughout taking the course, especially from the beginning point towards now the end point. At the beginning of the course, I honestly viewed ethics in a more religious light. I came from a Catholic high school, a small Catholic high school in Washington, D.C., and I had taken a few ethics courses, but those were truly and really only oriented in a religious setting. And yes, they did address issues of today's world, but the main theme, like on par with the Catholic school, was addressing religious issues. So coming to Vanderbilt, taking Core 1010 really afforded me the opportunity to view reality and the topic of ethics in a more secular understanding, and I really appreciated this understanding and shift in dynamic and perspective. And I learned that ethics doesn't only have to do with religion, but more broadly, it can deal with the fulfillment of human life and how to best and most morally live one's life, and that doesn't always have to be religious. And one work that I truly enjoyed during the Core 1010 coursework was On the Shortness of Life by Seneca, and I actually based my translation project off of this, and I really enjoyed this work because it seems so self-explanatory, kind of dealing with how people waste their lives on trivial matters that just don't end up being important in the grand scheme of life. But honestly, it offered me a very interesting and reinforcing perspective that kind of stuck with me, especially in the age of media, always being on one's phone, and I can relate to that. So that work was written a very long time ago, hundreds of years ago. So I thought that something that is very interesting about ethics and philosophy is that these works written by philosophers however many years ago can still be applied in the modern age. And I really enjoyed that opportunity to read from a bunch of different philosophers like Plato, Seneca, and kind of tie that in with modern life, and then hear from more modern authors like Arthur Brooks, etc. One thing that I truly enjoyed about the Core 1010 class was dialogue with others. I thought the written responses were also very helpful, but truly the opportunity to be in class, and no matter if you're disagreeing with someone, being afforded the opportunity to conduct dialogue and hear another's perspective is very beneficial. And I have a rigid course load because I'm pre-med right now, so I don't really get that opportunity in some of my other classes. So I was really engaged in the conversation. I think that's also a very good skill to have, how to conduct respectful and insightful dialogue, not only for just Vanderbilt and my college experience, but for life. And I really enjoyed and definitely benefited from that opportunity. And yes, I will take away the importance of communication, even if it's not all in agreement, understanding and compromising with different people's perspectives. And I feel like our class especially kind of dove into contrasting opinions, and I think that really benefited me in the most. And regarding my Beyond the Core experiences, originally I had planned for them to be more geared towards my career aspirations, such as in the medical field, and I don't know exactly what I want to do, but something geared towards medicine. And I actually ended up kind of switching gears a little bit, and I, through my integrated discovery and experiences and campus resources, I really engaged on the creative side of campus life and my own life. I don't really consider myself a very creative person. I consider myself more aligned with STEM and math, like subjects like those. So I really took this opportunity to kind of dive into my creative side, which I honestly didn't really understand before this opportunity. And I went to the art museum and I attended some lectures and I went to a performance of the Nutcracker. And I really honestly benefited from these experiences, as tying into what I said before about our dialogue and working with other people in core. I thought that these opportunities allowed me to see other people's work and appreciate that, and then kind of formulate my own understanding of life as a whole and just my own views from what other people think. And I disagreed with some people's interpretations, both in the dialogue in the class and the pieces that I saw outside of the class, a part of my intellectual discovery. But I think that's very important, and honestly, I really enjoyed that experience, and I didn't think I would, regarding the creativity aspect. So yes, this is my core reflection video, and I'm super grateful to have taken this course, and yes, thank you for watching.